Ears in the start. If you believe space is the most dangerous place for humans, you're only half right. Because sometimes, space doesn't kill you with fire. It doesn't kill you with explosions. It doesn't kill you instantly. Sometimes, space waits. You survive the launch. You survive orbit. You survive the white-hot heat of re-entry. You survive the long fall back toward Earth. And then, you die in complete, absolute silence. This is not a story of flames. This is not a story of chaos. This is the story of Soyuz 11. 3 men. 1 capsule. No warning. No explosion. Just a valve that should never have opened, and a void that did not forgive. The year is 1971. The Cold War is no longer fought only on Earth. It has moved into the sky. America has already planted its flag on the moon. The world has watched Neil Armstrong take that step. The Soviet Union needs an answer. Not a visit. Not a flag. Something bigger. They need permanence. They need Salyut 1. The world's first space station. A symbol to prove one thing to the world: the Soviets don't just reach space. They live there. Failure is not an option. Because in the Cold War, losing in space means losing prestige on Earth. 3 men are selected for this historic mission: Georgy Dobrovolsky, the commander; Vladislav Volkov, the flight engineer; Viktor Patsayev, the research engineer. They are experienced. They are disciplined. They trust the system. They believe they are about to make history. What they don't know is that history has already made a decision for them. Because long before they boarded Soyuz 11, a compromise had already been signed. Not by them, but by politics. The Soyuz capsule is small. Painfully small. Engineers face a choice: 2 cosmonauts with pressure suits. Or 3 cosmonauts without them. The leadership chooses 3. No pressure suits. No emergency oxygen. No second chance. Just thin fabric jumpsuits. And faith. The engineers know the risk. But politics demands numbers. Not safety. This decision does not make headlines. But it quietly turns Soyuz 11 into a ticking clock. Soyuz 11 launches flawlessly. No malfunctions. No alarms. The spacecraft docks with Salyut 1 perfectly. For 23 days, the crew lives in orbit. They conduct experiments. They broadcast success back to Earth. The Soviet Union celebrates. This is supposed to be a triumph. A turning point. But space does not care about celebrations. It only waits. June 30, 1971. Re-entry begins. From mission control, everything looks normal. Telemetry is stable. Procedures are routine. The descent module separates. This is the final phase. The most dangerous part. And then, 168 kilometers above Earth, something tiny changes everything. A pressure equalization valve opens. Not violently. Not dramatically. It just opens. Air begins to escape. There is no explosion. No fire. No warning siren. Within seconds, cabin pressure drops. The crew realizes something is wrong. They try to close the valve by hand. But the vacuum is faster. Without pressure suits, the human body has seconds. Blood begins to boil. Oxygen vanishes. Consciousness fades. Speech stops. One by one. The cabin goes silent. No final message. No heroic last words. Just physics doing what physics always does. Soyuz 11 lands perfectly in Kazakhstan. Automated systems work exactly as designed. Recovery teams rush in. They expect heroes. They open the hatch. And freeze. 3 men. Still strapped in. No burns. No injuries. They look like they are sleeping. But they are already gone. Doctors attempt resuscitation for over 30 minutes. They refuse to accept it. The official cause is simple: asphyxiation due to cabin depressurization. Cold words for a brutal truth. For the first time in history, humans have died in the vacuum of space. Soyuz is grounded. Redesigned. A new rule is written, not in ink, but in blood: no cosmonaut will ever fly without a pressure suit again. We remember explosions. We remember fire. But the most terrifying failures in space happen without sound. Soyuz 11 did not fail loudly. It failed quietly. It reminds us that space does not forgive shortcuts. And it never rewards arrogance. Sometimes. The deadliest warning of all is silence.